Hello again, I'm Laura with Intelligent Controls, and I happened to be with Ken Smith of Adventure Van Systems when he was installing the batteries into this van's electrical system and connecting the battery bank with the rest of the Victron system. And it was just kind of shocking to me how easy it was. So I wanted to kind of rewind that process and show you what this product integration really looks like as an installer, what you can see from the touch screen, what information is being shared by the battery, what we can see on VRM. So first, Ken installed the batteries into a rack. For more specifics on Pylontech cabling, you can check out the video I'll link to here. Then Ken used a Victron VE-CAN to CAN bus BMS Type A communication cable to connect the master battery to the servo. Honestly, this is the hardest part, and people really do get it wrong half the time. It's kind of like putting your shoes on in the dark. You've got a 50% chance of getting it right if you can't see what you're doing. So, pro tip, you have to look at the ends of the battery cable. The one labeled Battery BMS Type A gets plugged into the battery, and the one labeled Victron VE-CAN gets plugged into the servo BMS port. There are two BMS ports, and it doesn't matter which port you plug into, but if the remaining port is open, it needs a terminator. The battery itself has a terminator inside of it, so you don't have to worry about it terminating on that side of the CAN bus. As a super quick aside, these comms cables are really important. That's why Victron sells a lot of them, and it's just not worth cutting corners, using whatever cable you have on hand that looks similar, or trying to make your own comms cables. So watch this. When we connect the battery bank to the servo, it immediately populates Pylontech battery on the device list. Of course, this isn't by chance. This is thanks to years of collaboration between the R&D teams at both Victron and Pylontech. Victron is actually allowing the battery to force its DVCC function on. That means the major components in the system are now working together as a unified team with the battery running the show, telling the inverter and the solar charger what it needs in terms of voltage and current control. So what can we see from the touch screen? We can see the state of charge, voltage, amperage. Under details, we can confirm that all of our batteries are online, the max and min battery voltage and max and min battery temperature. In the next video, we'll program a Servo GX and talk about connecting your installation to VRM, but let's take a peek now at what we'll see on VRM. Our battery bank is now in closed loop communication with the rest of the Victron system. That means we're continually data logging and sharing data from the battery bank with the servo. The servo is then pushing that data to the cloud, making it viewable on VRM, which is Victron's awesome and completely free to use remote management platform. Anyone can add their installation to VRM and access it privately. It's not shared with anyone unless you want to share it with another user. The things that we most commonly look at on VRM related to the battery would be state of charge and maybe trends in consumption, but it's just impossible to overstate the value of this remote access tool to have real-time perspective on how my system is performing as a whole, what the batteries are doing, and to have historical data to look at if there's an issue or a problem that I'm trying to troubleshoot. We've written a whole blog series on battery inverter communications, which I'll link to below. But basically, the quality of inverter battery communications really matters when it comes to system performance and just daily operations. So the term plug and play is kind of overused, but I hope you understand how incredibly straightforward and seamless this integration between Victron and Pylontech really is. If you have any questions, please post those in the comment section below. And if this video was helpful, go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. I will see you in the next video.